A couple of years ago, when we were looking to buy our apartment, we realized it's quite a task and it is no less than a big project. So, in this video today, I'm going to share our experiences so you have well structured plan for you. So, when you look for an apartment, you look to purchase an apartment, you can refer this video and you will get the fair idea what are the steps involved, what are the complications involved. Because if you think it is not a small thing to do, you have to go through a lot of things, you have to plan a lot of things, lot of research is required, lot of money is involved, you have to plan on your budget, you have to plan on your loan, finding the apartment options, visiting them, booking the appointments, making sure everything is okay there, nothing is wrong with the apartment, purchase contract, notary, and finally possession of the apartment. So you will know all of these things step by step in this video today. Hi guys, this is Sandeep Khera and you're watching Conical Education. Before we proceed further, let me remind you to subscribe below and enable the bell notifications to not miss any updates on this channel. You can also follow me on my social media pages. Links for all of them are given in the description below. Let's dive into today's video. First point, I want to speak about research prices. Prices of the apartment may vary a lot depending on certain factors such as size, location, amenities, neighbor, or could be you are living in a small city or a big city, you are looking inside the city or outside the city, you are living in expensive city or inexpensive city, the apartment you are looking for is close to public transport or away from public transport, or it could also depend on certain other amenities such as schools nearby, supermarkets, kindergarten, shopping mall, or hospitals. These factors play a key role in the price of the apartment. So, is it a prime location or not? So, these kind of factors decide the price of the apartment. Let me tell you another example. If you look for an apartment in Munich and a similar apartment you look in Berlin, then you will find the price difference of roughly 20 to 30% in both the apartments, though they are very similar. So, for example, apartment is Munich is of 500,000 euros, and the similar apartment might be of 350,000 euros, right? So that could be the difference. Though prices in the city center in both the cities might be almost similar, but if you go a little bit away from like 2 or 3 kilometers away from the city center, then you will find these kind of big differences. So you can research for yourself accordingly what you want, where you want, what are your priorities, and accordingly you can look for the apartment. Next immediate step for you after research of the prices should be loan. Assuming if you are a salaried person and you are getting a fixed salary, or maybe additionally you have other source of income which is not necessary. So if you have, that's a plus. Okay, so you have to see how much earnings you have on the monthly basis, because you have to show to the bank, okay, this is the income you have, and based on that they will tell you this is the maximum possible amount for you that the bank will give you the loan to buy that apartment. Additionally, I would recommend you to talk to multiple banks because there are certain factors here which are into action. For example, interest rates and loan term, how much amount do you need, and finally you will get the rough estimate what bank is ready to disperse to you. One of the most important thing when it comes to loan I recommend to you, when you are talking to the banks and you have decided okay you want to go with XYZ bank, then you must definitely take a pre-confirmation letter from that bank. So it is nothing, just a letter which states that okay, this bank is ready to give you this much amount of loan to purchase your apartment. And why this is required: when you go and visit some apartment and you talk to the house owner or you talk to the broker and you show this letter, okay, I have this pre confirmation, then you will be on the priority list of the house owner. They will be more interested to sell you that apartment. Even you might be offering few thousand euros less, because they know that you have something at your back and you are capable to purchase that apartment and you are not just there for fun or something, right? So this is really recommended. When you go to see an apartment, go for a visit, this letter will help you to be on the priority list of the seller. Next important point is shortlisting and documents. When you have decided on your budget and bank is ready to give you X amount of loan to purchase the apartment, and you have decided on other preferences such as size, location, price, etc., then you can start looking for the apartment online on websites such as ImmoScout, or you can look for other websites, right? When you search based on your criteria such as entering the size of the apartment or what should be the maximum price of the apartment, right? So you can start exploring, you can look into the different areas where the prices may vary, right? And then you will find certain ads, you can reply to them. If you like them, you can ask for the appointment, and if you get the appointment from the owner, you visit them and see the apartment, see everything very carefully based on your preferences, like location, distance from public transport, or distance from supermarkets, school, or how is the condition of apartment overall when you look at it, whether it's an old apartment or it's a new building, right? And everything is working properly, for example heating is working properly, or maybe certain other factors you might want to take a look, right? And accordingly you can decide whether it fits into your requirements or not. And when I talk about documents, if you like the apartment, you can ask for the copy of Grundbuch. So basically it is a registry document which tells, okay, this person is the owner of the apartment and these are the specification of the area of the apartment. And it will also give you the idea that, okay, how many apartments are in the building and where is your apartment located, right? And one of the most important documents which I really liked here in Germany is protocols. Protocols are just maintenance history of the apartment, because here I'm talking about apartment which you are considering to look for the ready to move in apartment, for example. Okay, and then you must look at the history, how many times the maintenance has been done. Was there any maintenance done for the roof, or was there any maintenance done for the store areas which are called as keller here? Maybe flooring was maintained or not, how when was the apartment was painted. Okay, or there could be certain things you must pay special attention to, which will let you know how is the building situation overall, it is in a good state or not. Let me tell you my example. When we were looking for the apartment, we decided to purchase a particular apartment, and then when we looked at their protocol documents, then I saw that there was a consistent history of water pipeline accidents in the protocols. Every year or maybe every 6 months, I noticed that pipeline was maintained multiple times in couple of years. And I was little bit surprised that like why they are maintaining these pipes again and again. And then I spoke to some people around in that area, in that building, and I asked them, okay, why this building has this kind of history. And then I also talked to certain other German friends, and they told me, okay, it's something fishy with the apartment and this pipeline is not in a good state, and it has a history that water pipeline was bursting every now and then. So I decided, okay, I have to stay away from this building or this apartment. Okay, so protocols are really good document to refer to look at the history, whether everything is fine with the apartment or not, everything is fine with the building or not. So that will be the very good indication for you that whether you should go for this apartment, go for the apartment in this building or not. So that's very critical for you. You have to read it very carefully. The document will be in German, but you can, if you speak German, that's good. But the German in that document is really, I would say, business level German. So you can have someone to look at it for you, and accordingly you can see if it is fine or not. Another factor when it comes to documents, you must also see what are the maintenance costs every month you have to pay when you move into the apartment, because you have to pay monthly charges for the maintenance, for example cleaning of the building, or it could be like clean certain parks or something which they have to maintain. right? So these kind of charges will always be there because common areas in the building will be cleaned by someone and that person has to be paid. And also there is a garbage service, some van will be coming every day and picking up the garbage from the building. So all these things are paid, and you have to contribute for that based on the how many residents are there in the building. I mean, how many apartments are there in the building, and accordingly you will have to pay your share in that. Next point is offer and purchase contract. Let's say you like the apartment, you made your offer, and seller might accept or reject your offer, right? And there is definitely most of the times room for bargain, right? Not so much, but yes, if you ask for that, you might get a discount of few thousand euros or maybe at least couple of thousand euros. Okay, so let's say a deal is finalized, he agrees on that price what you have offered, then you have to pay the reservation amount. You have to create a small reservation contract with the seller based on the condition. Okay, this is the reservation amount that you have to pay, and that will be the final price. And if you do not abide with the reservation agreements, what you have written in there, for example, you will close the deal, you will make all the payment within 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, whatever you agreed together. So you can see accordingly, and you pay this reservation amount that I said, 2 to 5,000 euros or maybe few thousand euros, depending on what he is asking for and what you are ready to pay. You can see that. And the point of this reservation amount is that you have reserved the apartment, you are ready to purchase. That's a confirmation, so that seller doesn't get into further discussions with any buyer to sell his apartment. Afterwards, you have to find a notary which will act as a middleman in your purchase of this apartment. This notary will draft the purchase contract for both of you. Okay, and as I said, there has to be certain agreements between you and the seller. And for this purchase contract also, you must have certain agreements. For example, seller says that I prefer to stay in the apartment for 3 months after purchase contract or purchase is finished. That means you have paid all the payment, you are the owner. Still, owner prefers to stay in the apartment, or he will vacate the apartment after 3 months. So it all depends on you and whether you will be charging any rent to that owner or to seller during those 3 months or not. It all depends on what are your agreements, and you can go upon. And you have to tell all these conditions to the notary person who is drafting the contract for you. And once the contract is drafted, all of the parties will go there, from seller side, from the buyer side, and the notary guy is going to read out the contract in front of you, purchase contract in front of you. He will be reading out each and everything, and let me tell you, it's a very big book. It's nothing small. You can easily expect 15 or maybe 18 pages, if I remember correctly. It's a very thick book, and he is going to read it out in front of you in German, right? So make sure, if you don't speak German, take some translator with you and who understands the German. And it's not only about taking someone German, because I know I have been through this. Uh, the biggest challenge is that even sometimes German people even don't understand those professional terms, those business terms. So you must take someone who is experienced into purchasing or selling the apartment, so he or she understands those terms, what the notary person is talking about, what is written in the purchase contract. Okay, so this purchase contract have all these details: size of the apartment, you are purchasing it in XYZ amount, you will be paying in 2 3 months, and you are going to get a storeroom, you are going to get this apartment, and there will be certain other conditions about keys, or maybe parking is there. So all the things are definitely there, and all the clauses as per the German law. If any of you doesn't abide by the regulation, then what are the repercussions any of you might have to face. Okay, so that's a kind of bridge between you and the seller to have that transition, and that's why you need the notary guy. Notary guy is going to organize all the documentation for you. He will be talking with all the parties, such as seller, buyer, or the land department, so that this property, this apartment is registered on your name in the land department in their documents. Okay, and then you also have to pay for certain other taxes, which I'm going to speak about in the next point. Actually, before talking about taxes, I would still prefer to talk a little bit about reservation and the loan. Okay, once you have paid the reservation amount and then you have signed the purchase contract in the notary, then the notary guy is going to contact the land department to have the property blocked on your name, informing that nobody else cannot come and ask that he is buying this property. So seller cannot start the selling process with any other buyer. So that's a kind of reservation in the land authority as well. Okay, then you will get certain documents from the land authority. Okay, the process has been started and you might have to pay some nominal amount. I don't remember the exact amount now. Okay, in the meantime, notary person is going to send the notification to your bank that you are purchasing this apartment, and you have to make the payment of the apartment. So bank guy will contact you and you have to go, and finally at this step bank is going to verify all your documents again to make sure everything is on the order and you are able to pay back the money in XYZ years. Fine. So then once the loan is approved, then you have to go to the bank again and you have to sign the transfer document, payment transfer documents to the seller. So that bank, you are authorizing to the bank that bank can transfer this amount of money to the seller on your behalf. Once this is done, the amount is transferred. Then notary guy will again go to the land authorities and tell them, okay, you have made that payment, and the land authorities will further continue the registration process. Next point is taxes and miscellaneous payments. Once notary guy starts the process, you will have to pay roughly 7 to 11% additional amount miscellaneous charges including taxes to have that property on your name, right? So this amount depends on region to region. There are certain items in that you have to pay to multiple parties in that, which I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to explain to you case of Bavaria, Bayern state, what amount you have to pay to each of the parties to have that property on your name. As I said, every region has its own percentages. If I talk about Bayern, it is somewhere between 9 to 10% when I talk about Bayern. Okay. As you see on the screen, broker charges are 3.57%. Then you have to pay 3.5% to the land department as a property transfer tax. Then notary guy is also going to charge you 1.5% on the deal. What is the price of the apartment? Accordingly, these guys are going to charge their own percentages, and 0.5% will be gone as a registration fee of that property on your name. So make sure when you are considering to buy any property, you have to check what are the additional charges you must have with you to buy that property, right? In addition, you might also want to consider other miscellaneous charges when you are purchasing the property. For example, you are moving in and you might want to have a new kitchen, or you might want to have your apartment painted before. Most of the guys paint themselves, so you can see what you want to have, whether you want to paint yourselves or you want to have someone come and paint for you, because having these kind of services can be very, very expensive. I have gone through this. I got someone paid for me, but you can see how you want to do it for yourself. And the last step is keys and handover, right? So once everything is finalized, you have done the payment, property has been transferred on your name, and after seller has finished his agreed term to stay into that apartment, say he said that okay, he wants to stay in the apartment for 3 months. So after finishing those 3 months, so you have to take over the handover of the apartment. So you have to make sure so everything is in a proper state, there are no damages when it comes to inside the apartment or in the balcony or in the parking area or in the keller area. So when you take this handover, you can see all these things. And you also have to take all the meter readings, for example electricity or heater readings. So you have to make sure, okay, they have used the electricity until this point, and then from there on you have to transfer that connection on your name, so that you are not charged for those electricity bills until the time previous seller has stayed in the apartment. So you have to check all these things carefully. So this is all I have in today's video. You can give a thumbs up or comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.